Hey Google, turn off the hallway lights.
All right, turning off 4 lights.
Somebody's here. Oh, not anymore. Yeah, last time we did this, we had over 60 people in the in the chat, and all together, like 60 views, I think. Let's wait a few minutes before we have more. Start in a sec here. I'm just
Hello there, my name is John McCarthy. Pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K23. I am fired up as well. We have a par 5
this is a fun round today
in front of us. Let's get on our horse here, rip it into the fairway, and we'll take it from there.
Oh, that's cool. The Formula 1 or the 2021 on the PS5. I have an older version of that game on the PS4. I haven't gotten a PS5 yet. Do you have the one that has the disc that goes in, or just a hard drive?
This one's going right.
Yes, it's Saturday night, right? So there's no Clay tonight, or there's nobody else doing their thing. Like, yeah, that's what I would get too. And does it play the PlayStation 4 games? I think it does. Oh, it's gone off the thing, like.
Here's your 4th shot.
So did you watch the Canucks game this morning, or? Yes, I knew they
won that chip just nice and easy. Well done.
They didn't do that good.
This you could say par. And a solid showing here out of the gates.
We got 3 people. Shannon Hollingworth is in the chat. Hello, Shannon. How are you? So as you can see, I've already done a Canucks video.
That wind's blowing right into our face on this one.
But I thought I would just jump on here and play one round, like, just for fun and see who's on, and because it's fun to do, like. And like I was saying a few minutes ago, it's not competing with any of the other channels. Like, there's no Clay tonight, there's no After Dark, there's no Parker. So it's a good time to do it, like. And it's, what is it, Saturday night in the Royals? Well, they're playing in Vancouver today.
This one's around 185 yards to the pin.
So maybe if I do this, like going forward, maybe a Saturday night around this time would be good to do like a round of golf and chat like. There's 5 people watching now according to my screen. Like, and remember, hit the like button, subscribe. We're at 281 now.
A long way from home.
I think.
Let's see if you can help it get there.
Yeah, it was unfortunate they got, as you know by watching the recaps, or they got down pretty early, like.
Oh. This one's for par. And as the putt drops, let's take.
But they're still trying hard. They're still doing the best they can.
Even par currently.
Right, but that's sometimes in life, well, like when you try your best, it might be your best, but on that given day, there's always somebody that's going to be better, right?
This is out of the second cut here.
Yeah, I like talking as a coach. Like, he's pretty good at, I think he thinks a lot. He's a thinking man, like he doesn't fly off the handle like some coaches like John Tortorella used to, like, and it's going to be interesting, but I just hope they give him a chance.
Well, we missed the green, but that's all
right. I just hope they give him a chance and then give him like 2 or 3 years and give him a good run at it, like, because it must be hard on the players when they're changing coaches all the time. Well, I know from my experience from when I worked at the Bay, like when they change managers all the time, like you get used to one manager and how they like things done, and a new manager comes in and they change things, so it's kind of stressful.
Just in the green side rough here.
Ooh.
Nice chip, fantastic. And you're 1 over par currently.
Yeah, Shannon, to think like back in 2009 or 2000 or 2007 or 8, 9, 10, around that era, for a good year or 2 period, me and my friend Bill, the man that moved to Toronto, would play a similar game to this with that Sue McGinnis after work every day, like, pretty much.
This one's looking like a fairway
finder. We were so sophisticated, we actually had a binder that would keep track of all the scores, so we could see how we improved, like, next time when we played the same course, like.
Here's your second shot on the 4th. Okay, here's our 3rd shot.
So I'm not sure when the Canucks play next. Yeah, he's a good coach for the younger players. Like, because Boudreau was a great coach, and I still wish we had him, but he is, don't forget, like 67, so he can't. It's hard for him to relate to the younger players, like.
Just a little tap needed here. And that performance brings you down to even par.
Shannon, do you know it would be fun to watch at your place one time? And I got it on, like, disc somewhere. Well, I originally taped it onto VHS and I put it onto a disc. Is the 1987 Stanley Cup Final when Philadelphia played the Edmonton Oilers. Because Tocchet was like 22 back then. And you can see what kind of a player he was, like. So there's 5 people watching now. I know
Okay,
Shannon's here,
okay.
Tyler's
Looking
here.
on the green, maybe
I
on the
wonder
next
who
shot.
else is in there watching. Oh. On Monday at 7. Okay, thanks, Shannon. Don't forget I got
Lining up for a
4 hockey
9-foot
that
putt
night.
here.
That's okay. I should go to the practice piece. It's the last one of the season.
So far, so good. Nice putt. That's in there for par. Okay, that'll keep you at even par. All right, pop a nice one out in the fairway on this one.
You see you guys at the top of the screen where it says 12 miles an hour and it's pointing to the right? That's telling me that the wind is coming from the left to the right, going at 13 miles an hour. That's why it changes to here, like. Oh, hi, fangirl. How are you tonight? Thanks for coming by.
Not sure where this one's.
Yeah, this was just like a last-second thing, like last week. I thought I'd just come on here for a bit because like there's nobody else on there.
Shot on this 6th
streams
hole
tonight. Well, that's good. I'm doing a lot better too. I've been back at work a week now. But today, what time I worked 9:30 to 8:30 to 3. And I went over to Shannon's, grabbed some cheeseburgers. Said we have a burger stand not too far away from my work, and it's it's like a food trailer type thing. Oh, you could go to the Royals game on Monday, February 20th, as his family day, and you get Mondays off. That's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Sure, yeah, you have a nickname. What's your nickname? That's going to be great. Your nicknames are fun.
5 feet to the cup from here.
5 feet to the cup.
This putt's tracking.
There we go.
That's going to do just nicely. And that's going to keep you at even par. The wind's blowing out there, right to left. I think this one will play.
Once he's captain, he should be called. Once he's captain, he shall be called C captain. PD wants. Oh, DPD. Oh, C PD and C captain PD once the D man plays. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see when he makes the NHL. Like, we'll have 2 players on the same team with the same name. Now, I don't think Fangirl was quite born yet, but we did have Greg Adams and Greg Adams back in the 90s when we had, what they called one, Gus Adams. Like,
that'll do for the approach. All right, let's get a birdie and get out of here. What do you say?
I like that. That's kind of cool. It's a good. Oh.
Oh my. Okay, par putt coming up.
Either that or it was too young, like.
And the putt goes down. And we have a par 3 on this one. All right, let's put this in the hole, pull down a birdie, and sprint to the next hole.
I can't believe how fast like the season's gone. It's already like almost mid-February. Like, yes, quite a few actually. Oh, no, not current ones. None of the current ones, but back in the day, back in the early 90s, like 92, 93 in that range, they used to have the Canucks training camp here at the old arena in Victoria. Right now, and you've heard us talk about sports talk with Dan Russell, right? The Dan Russell Sports Talk Show. They would broadcast from the Harbor Towers in Vancouver, in Victoria, right? They would do their live radio show from the lobby, so I would go down there and watch it. So I met Trevor Linden. I think I met Gino Object and players like that, Kirk McLean, Pat Quinn, of course. And one of the neat things back then, you have to remember the early 90s, we didn't have the internet or cell phones or anything like that. So the general manager at the time of the Canucks was Pat Quinn. And he came in and he went to the counter and he says, "Do I have any messages?" Right, and he says, "Yeah, you got one from a man named Don Meehan."
This one should be in the
right,
fairway.
so I knew I didn't hear what they said, but he was supposed to call him back because remember he had no pagers or he didn't have a pager, he didn't have a cell phone.
Shot on the 9th.
So the girl at the reception said Don Meehan phoned. So when Dan Russell's setting up his thing, I said, "Can I talk to you for a second? I got a scoop." When Mr. Quinn walked in,
Like
the girl behind the counter said that Don Meehan phoned. Needs to phone him back. So at the time, Don Meehan was the agent for Trevor Linden, right? So I had a bit of a scoop, which was kind of neat. But yeah, that's the only ones. I don't think I've met any current ones. No.
Setting up here for your 4th shot.
Have you met any fangirl along your journey in life at different events or? Oh, a current NHL player. So I have met Carter Hart of the Philadelphia Flyers when he played junior hockey. His team played our guy. Then in several years ago now, at the end of a playoff game, I met Leon Draisaitl when he was playing for the Kelowna Rockets.
This one's going left.
Me and one of my friends, Connor, we got a picture taken with him. And one of my other friends at the time was upset that we had our picture taken with him. And she actually blocked me on Facebook for about like 3 years. Yeah, it's kind of neat when you meet somebody in person like that, but you're almost like awestruck, like you don't realize it's them, right? You know what I mean? It's
heads up, winds blowing left to right here.
But even meeting Clay in person was kind of neat. Like the first time you met him was a year ago in the summer. Up in Duncan, me and Shannon drove up there and had dinner with him at the White Spot because there's he happened to be on the island, so that was kind of neat.
All right, second shot on the 10th. This one's a 9-footer. Oh, that was almost in. This one's a 3-foot putt.
Oh, you were in Vancouver then. Oh wow.
Ooh, that one should have got that one.
I think I've said before, I really liked following the career of Trevor Linden in that draft.
All right, let's drop this
because
one
he was born in April of 1970, and I was born in March of 1970. So I'm slightly older than them. So the point is, it was kind of neat following guys in the '88 draft, because that's the year. If I was a player, I would have been drafted. You're back on the laptop. And now, one of the other hockey stories, when I used to play street hockey in front of my mom and dad's house, one of the guys that would come over and play with us sometimes was a kid in my class by the name of Kent Manderville. Now, he did play in the NHL with Toronto and I think Calgary, and he's been to the Olympics and all that. But I was talking to a friend about maybe 10 years ago, and they said, do you remember Milan, who played the goal for us, and he lived right next door to me, right? He says one of his friends came over occasionally to play with us, right, hockey, right? And he said his name was Steve Nash, the actual basketball player. But this is way back when he would have been like a little kid. But I can honestly say I do not remember playing with Steve Nash, so I'm not sure if my friend Steven was mistaken, Steven Brackus, but I don't remember. But that would have been kind of neat. But of course, in those days, it was just like film cameras. We had hardly any pictures. Like, I played street hockey out for years, and hardly any pictures to show for it. Like at the hockey games, we're constantly taking pictures of different things. Like, and
okay, bogey putt coming up. All right, that's 6 over for the day. You might need a little more power. We got a headwind on this hole.
I think that will happen too. Like, that's a good idea. Shannon, if you're there, remember last year we got in the skybox at the Royals game, right? And we met an Olympian, one of the women that played on the Team Canada in the Olympics. Do you remember what her name was? Like, I have it written down somewhere, like, and I got pictures with her and all that. Here. But that was kind of neat.
Dunked.
Yeah, Shannon's back. Oh, we have to drop it here.
Careful with this one. We're in the deep stuff.
It's always neat going to the Victoria Royals games, because I always look to see who the coaches are of the opposing team, because some of them are former NHL players.
17 feet.
Like at one game, me and my friend Noel, and I think Shannon met him too, was the son of Bill LaForge, the Canucks coach that coached in the 80s for about 20 games. Like, it was his son, like.
Ooh, just missed. All right, this one for double. Okay, let's see what the scorecard looks like. And you're currently 8 over on the day. Might be able to make a move here. This is a short par 4.
Yeah, this is an exhibition round for me. I do have my player. We actually play with him in a career mode too. But it's harder to concentrate if I'm doing a stream like this. I'm actually hoping to fly down to Vancouver and see the Canucks versus Islanders next season, but it depends when it happens because of
let's get out of this beach
the winter.
Here.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Out of the bunker. We're on the green. We got some work to do still, but no sand for us. Here we go.
Well, there's Scott Fox, who I've known since high school. That's just that's over 30 years now, eh? Because I was grade 80, 89.
Setting up here with a 4-foot putt. Nice. That's gonna work. That's for par. Well, see if you can use the tailwind on this hole.
When I picked up during the 2020 quarantine, I'm not sure if I really picked up a hobby, because I pretty much worked throughout the entire time, because the catering company I worked for, we were still open, because at one point we were delivering food every single day to one of the smaller care homes, like 10 or 15 meals, like, right? And
well, unfortunate. That's gonna get
yeah,
as a missed
I can't think of anything that I started doing. Like I got a lot of my pictures organized,
setting up for our third
from my
shot.
film days that I took in the 1990s. Like, you know, you have these projects in life that, okay, when I have time, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So I finally got around to doing it. Did you start any hobbies?
This one to save par.
Like, I have a few hundred DVDs, right, that I've had over the years. And I actually have the other format too,
well, it's going right,
which is the laser disc format, right? It looks like a big record. And the
this one's 8 feet. Yikes, that went right by.
Have you seen the laser disc? I know Scott probably has, but I don't know if Fangirl has. Are these laser discs here, or these records?
All right, here's our look at the double bogey.
I don't think I have one. I don't think I have one handy here. Oh, I do actually. Here, I'll show you. Okay, that's the Terminator 2 laser disc format, right? And we'll go over here. Do I have it? So I'm not. Oh, they're sealed. Well, anyway, they're factory sealed. I don't want to open it up, but it's yeah. So we won't do that. But anyway, it looks like a record album. A laser disc is essentially looks like a record. That's a big huge it looks like a big CD. When I've got the music, like a ton of music CDs too that I listen to, like.
All right, and as that putt drops, let's take a peek at the scorecard, shall we? Now sitting at 10 over for your round. And as we tee off here, it's short, par 5 ahead of us.
I guess if there was something I started in 2019 was watching the clay streams. Like, the first ones I saw was him, like, in the car, right?
We are in the deep stuff here.
When he would do the vlogs in the car. Then of course we started to watch. He'd have the Sunday night live streams right on Sunday nights in the living room area, which was kind of neat.
All right, back in the fairway. Now let's just drop a dart onto that green.
But like I said, I have all those DVDs, but I hardly ever watch them. Like I watch a lot of like YouTube videos. Like when I go to sleep tonight, I'll be watching one called Van City Life.
16 feet
And there's a cat lady van. They both have vans, and they actually essentially live in their vans, right? And these guys are professional YouTubers too. Like that's how they make their. But with housing costs so expensive now, there's like a lot of people that are hardworking people and they have jobs and stuff, and they actually live in a
nicely done,
like in a van, like a white van or a minivan. And but to me, there's nothing wrong with that. They're all good people.
They
they'll just park on the side of the road somewhere, like they'll just pull up anywhere. Sometimes they'll go to a campsite. And there's like 24-hour fitness places. That's how they have their showers and all that. Or
this one's about 100 yards from the pin.
Yeah, back in 2011, 2012, I would play on the PS3, the Gran Turismo 3 almost every night to like hours and hours. Like,
well, it's unlucky. Missed the green on that one. Okay, from the green side rough. Seven-foot putt coming up.
and I push the square button to get that line. That shows the flight of the ball.
Looking good. That'll do nicely.
So we'll just go to the 18 holes,
over par for the
which
day.
is good. That's a good
Here we go. Let's
length
stick
of a
this
stream,
one
like
nice and close to the pin.
This is what, 10 after 11, and oh boy, the first time in the water today, but that's okay.
Oh. And that's going to get wet. Okay, third shot.
And you push the triangle button to get it up there. Not quite hard enough, but that's okay.
The approach. I'm not mad.
Is it going to go in? No.
Great chip shot there. Pure. That's pure. And here we go for the double bogey.
Oh yeah, that is annoying. My brother's wife years ago, one year she got a camera, a little pocket camera from her dad for Christmas. Again, this is in the days before we had cell phone cameras.
Okay, this hole,
and she thought she lost it. Right, so what she did is she went down and bought the exact same camera. So next time she was around her mom and dad, they wouldn't think anything of it. But about 6 months later, in the summertime, they were when they had their little car. They had a truck and a car, or a van and a car. She reached underneath her seat, and she found the item that she had lost. Like I've done that many times, like where you can't find something when you're looking for it, but then when you're not looking for it, when you're looking for something else, you find it. Like, and I've done the same thing like many times, especially with tools. Like I'll be missing a wrench,
third shot,
and here it is somewhere else. Like, when I bought my van over a year ago in
this is potentially
November, it came with like a manual, a DVD, like manual on DVD. And I thought it was in the van, but I went to look for it a couple weeks ago and it's not there. So I know it's in my condo somewhere. I just don't know where. I'll probably find him when I'm looking for something else. Like,
looking good. And that's all for the golf today, I guess. All right, that's going to be
that was the hole 18, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it off for now because that was 36 minutes. Because I should have a light snack and I'll go.
Hopefully you had a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, I've already done an update for the Canucks video.
See you soon.
Today's recap or Coach Rob's Canucks thoughts, so check that out. So I'm going to end this one now, but this one will be archived online, and same with the chat. It takes several hours for it to go online with the chat replay. So thank you so much for watching tonight, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget we have Clay tomorrow night it's Sunday night at 10:30. That's right. Okay, so we'll see you then. Okay, Hanks. Now how do I end this here? Okay, good night everyone. We'll see you tomorrow on Clay's stream.